again. It's a rich thing.
Welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing fine and well, having a great day. Welcome if you are new. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this Polygel kit from the brand Beetles. So this is a Lazy Girl Polygel kit. We're just going to quickly unpack it, unbox it, see what's in it, and we'll have a little go at using some of the contents of the box today. So firstly, we've got a little pack of sequin glitter type things. We've got Christmassy snowflakes, heart stars, butterflies, and then we've got a couple of fine kind of holographic and iridescent glitters in there as well. That's cute. And then these are the tips. I really like these tips. Every single time I do Lazy Girl method, these are the length and shape that I go for. I was curious to see what kind of apex they had on them, and the apex was nice. You need quite a high apex for Lazy Girl method. You need plenty of room for the product, so they were good tips. And then they've also provided a little tip stand, which you definitely need for Lazy Girl method. I'll show you that later in the video on why you need it. We've got your standard 100-180 grit file, and then your classic polygel brush on one end, spatula tool on the other end, and then we've got your top and base coat. 10ml bottles, so they're a good size. And then we've got a slip solution. I'll tell you more about this slip solution again later in the video. It's a really good slip solution. We've got 6 polygels. I'll swatch those in a minute. And we've got a kind of little, I call these flash cure lamps. You can fully cure your polygel in them, but you're talking 2 or 3 minutes per nail maybe. So definitely use that as a flash cure, and use your full power lamp to fully cure the nails. Right, so I've also got some gel polishes. I'm showing you these. I'm not going to swatch them all because there's too many, but I was so impressed with the little stand kind of storage container that it came in. It was a proper kind of plastic container. It wasn't flimsy, it was solid, and it wasn't hollow either. It had a completely solid base, so that's just ready to just stick in your drawer. I love that. Right, then we've also got a top and base coat. They are 7.5ml. These colour gels, they are only little 5ml bottles, but I think for home users 5ml's fine, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not going to swatch them all. I'm just going to quickly show you a few of the colours. Look at this. It's got kind of purple UV glitter in there. It looks like it's a slight glitter jelly type gel. And then this one's like a rose gold, jam packed full of shimmer, and it's got a holographic in there as well. Very pretty. So this is like a transparent. This is one of those colours that could go over any colour, but looks better over a black. And then it's got kind of some neon colours. We've got neon orange, neon green. We've got your primary colours, couple of kind of aqua greeny, purpley colours. So I'm not going to show you anymore. Just wanted to show. It's probably a good all year round kind of set, that one. Right, guys, look at this one. So the packaging is slightly different on this. This is a set of 6. Oh my gosh, these are pretty. So it still has got a little storage container. It's a little bit flimsier, but still you could just whack that in your drawer and it'll keep your gels together, won't it? So I'll just quickly show you. These are bigger bottles. These are 7.5ml bottles. They're not the little 5ml. So these are kind of neon, jam-packed, full of glitter, shimmer. Guys, look at those colours. Oh my gosh. So this is kind of under my recording light. This isn't what they would look like probably out in daylight. I'll just quickly show you what they look like kind of with the lights off and just the flash on. I feel like I might have said this before about other gels, but these, I feel like they are the brightest reflective neon gels I have ever seen. And guys, this is one coat as well. One coat. They're absolutely jam-packed. Beautiful little set of 6 gels, aren't they? Right, so that is them, what they would look like just in regular normal daylight, with no lights, no flash, no nothing. They're still really sparkly and pretty, aren't they? So I'm not going to do anything with those today. They're going to get saved for another day. So we're going to get on with this Lazy Girl Polygel kit now. I've just put that little bit of blue tack on that tip stand that came with the kit, and I'm going to pick my nail tips out. So rather than sizes 0 to 9, this kit comes with sizes 1 to 10. So you're still getting the same amount of sizes, they're just different numbers. And the size 1, it actually fits my thumb, so it is a good size. I was happy to see that. And they're quite squared on the thumb, which is perfect for the shape of my cuticle area. So I was happy with that. I didn't have to touch or customize a single nail tip. So I've got all my tip sizes ready. I'm going to get my little flash lamp ready. This button is really sensitive as well. You just need to brush your finger over it and it'll turn on. So that's good as well. And then the new brush, it's got a powdery glue, stiff glue kind of stuff in the bristles to protect it. So get all that off, get it nice and clean. So we'll just take a quick look at these polygels before we get started. So 6 tubes, they are only little 15-gram tubes. They're all foil sealed. I'm not going to swatch the clear because it's a clear. So we're just going to go in and swatch the white. And then we've got kind of glittery silver holographic small glitter in there. We've got a really nice kind of dusty nudish kind of pink. Then this one's a little bit of a rose kind of sheerer colour. And lastly we've got another glittery holographic. This one's more of a pinky purple. So I've pulled out the little iridescent pink stars and I've pulled out the little transparent butterflies out of the kit. I'm going to use some of them. I've also pulled out some butterflies of my own, just because the ones that come in the kit, they are transparent. So I just wanted to add a couple of kind of solid colour butterflies to mix in with it. So I'm going to start with my pinky tip. I'm going to put it on that tip display stand upside down, and I'm going to put a layer of base gel inside that tip. This base gel is what I'm going to use to start putting the stars and the butterflies. I've not cured that base gel, that's wet. I'm just going to start putting the stars and the butterflies wherever you want them. I think I scattered them all over this pinky tip. Just show you what that looks like underneath before I stick it under the flash lamp. Just a little scattering of butterflies and stars. So that's just going to go under there for 10-20 seconds. It doesn't need much, just to hold them sequins in place. And then I'm going to do the pointer finger exactly the same, so I've not bothered showing you the pointer finger. This is onto the thumb now. And with the thumb, rather than a scattering, I've just done a little bit of a swoosh going up the nail from the bottom corner to the top corner kind of thing. So I'm just going to do a quick bit of nail prep now before we start to get these applied. So I'm pushing all my cuticles back, and then I'm going to scrape away any dead skin. Make sure you get rid of dead skin. I always say it because it causes lifting. I've not got much because I pretty much do it every other day. And then I'm going to use a buffer, and I'm just going to buff all the natural shine off my nails. And lastly, get rid of all that dust and use a bit of nail prep or alcohol spray and give them a really good clean. And this will help dehydrate your nails as well. Products love a dehydrated nail. Then I'm using the base coat that came in the kit, and I'm just going to give my nails just a nice thin even coat of base coat, and they're going to get cured for 30 seconds. Right, so we're going to get these applied now. So starting with my pinky again, I've put it back on that tip display stand, and I'm going to use the kind of creamy pink polygel. I've put a little bit of the slip solution in my dapping dish. This slip solution is kind of like a gel. It's not like an alcohol like regular slip solutions. It's like a gel, and you very rarely have to dip your brush. I found it a real pleasure to use actually. It just glided beautifully over that polygel and never got any stickiness or anything. So I was really happy with that slip solution. So I filled that tip, keeping it thin at the cuticle area, thin at the tip, and the bulk of the product just in that kind of top third apex area. And I'm just going to place it really gently onto my nail and then slide it as close to my cuticle as I can get. and then make sure it's fully attached down the sides as well. And that's going to go under my flash lamp for a quick flash cure, and then at the end I will put them in my full size lamp. Today was such a hot day, my polygel was just melting before my eyes. It was turning into builder gel, so I really struggled and I had to work so fast. We got there in the end and we got a really pretty set of nails out of it. So I'm just adding a little bit more there because I didn't add enough. Keeping it thin at the cuticle area. The bulk of the product should be just above halfway where your stress area is. Keep it thin at that tip and try and keep it as smooth as possible underneath, and then you don't need to do any filing. If it's bulky, you'll end up having to file them at the end, and it just takes so long and it's very faffy. So take that extra time just to get them really nice and thin and smooth towards that tip area. So really gently there and placing it. Normally I don't need to be this gentle, but it was like builder gel. It was so runny, I could barely touch it and I had to work so fast. But if you do get any that's leaked out, just dampen your brush, wipe it away and get it straight under that lamp, especially if it's a red hot day and it's just turning like water before your eyes. So I have skipped a nail. I'll just quickly show you applying this pointer, and I'll probably do the thumb off camera as well. So there we go, that is them all applied. My pointer and thumb are not very neat around my cuticle area, but it's not touching my skin, so I can sort that out. So I'm just going to file the very tips where you get those little notchy bits that stick out. We're just going to get them filed off to start with. And then my usual filing routine, I like to file straight up the sides and kind of bring it around my side walls. I just like to soften the very edge of the tip around my side walls and cuticle area, just so you can't quite see the edge of it, because the polygel raises that tip slightly off the nail. It's not like a flat gel X application, it is slightly raised off that nail, so I like to just soften the very edge of that tip just around my side walls and cuticle area. I find a hand file works perfectly fine, but a lot of people do use an e-file. If you're confident with an e-file, just whip around it with an e-file, that's fine. And then I'm going to use a buffer, and just like I did on my natural nails, I'm going to get rid of all the shine on these nail tips before we go in with any nail art. So again, a really good clean, get rid of all that dust, even more so now because you're going to be going in with your gel. So I've pulled out one of the little 5mm colours, it's just a little purple, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on my palette. But to start with, I'm going to top coat the nails, so I'm going to go over all the nails with the top coat and give them a full 30-second cure. And the reason I'm top coating now is because I want to sprinkle glitter into my nail design. So I wanted that glitter to be on a glossy background. I want it to have that kind of sugared effect. So top coat before the gel polish design if you're sugaring it with glitter. So now that top coat has been cured in the lamp, I'm going to go in with the purple, and on the middle nail I'm just going to do a Chevron French. So starting from the very middle of the very tip, I'm going to bring that line kind of up to where my finger starts. So from the very tip of my finger down to the centre of the nail tip, just like a letter V, Chevron French, like that. And then I'm going to colour that in, but I'm not going to cure that just yet. I'm going to leave that wet because that's what we're going to sprinkle the glitter into. So this is what it looks like coloured in, and I'm just going to use that kind of purple holographic fine glitter, and I'm just going to sprinkle that into that wet gel. I mean, you could just leave that purple as it is and cure it without the glitter. I think it would look really pretty, but I just think this glitter was a perfect match to sugar over that purple gel. So that's going to go in the lamp. I'm going to give that a double cure for 60 seconds and then dust off all that loose glitter. And there we go. We've got a sugared Chevron French. Gosh, that was a mouthful. Right, I've pulled out these little butterflies from Varnell. I love the little facets on these butterflies. I love the kind of gold streaks it's got going through it as well. I've pulled out some kind of pinky purpley rhinestones and some clear rhinestones as well. So I'm just going to put a bit of a cuticle cuff on this pointer finger, just alternating between the purpley pink rhinestones and the clear ones, and then on the ring finger I'm going to attach the butterfly and just do a little bit of a flick, again alternating between the two different colour rhinestones. I will just let you watch and I'll meet you back at the end. I would say if you was attaching this butterfly and you wanted to keep your nails on, I would go underneath the whole of the butterfly with more glue. I don't tend to put a lot of glue on because I pretty much take mine straight off and recycle them, but if I was wearing them for any length of time they would get secured a hell of a lot better. And I'm filling all my little nooks and crannies in as usual with my caviar beads. I think your rhinestones flow so much better like that. So I'll let you watch for a second guys and I'll be back. And lastly, I'm going to go in with the Beetles cuticle oil. This is actually really nice. We've got olive oil, fruit oil, mineral oil. We've got jojoba seed oil, cottonseed oil, amongst other things. Really nice little cuticle oil. Always remember to rehydrate your cuticles with a bit of oil after you've done your nails, especially if you've been using alcohol and clean up stuff like that. So there we go guys, that is then finished. Super cute spring, summer, we're not in spring anymore, summer, cute summer set of nails. I like the colour, I like the theme, I like how some of these little butterflies that came in the kit, depending on what angle you've got your hands at, you're getting all different glimpses of them and different colour shifts coming off them. Really quite simple. Not difficult at all. It was difficult today because it was red hot and it was really runny, but I don't think it's a difficult set at all. Anyway guys, that is it for today. I will leave all links below to everything I've used today from Beetles. I have got a discount code for Beetles that will be down there as well. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one very soon. Take care, bye.